Cam Newton because it's Cam Newton.
Fair enough.
Boom.
I like your list, except for number one. I don't know. Andrew Luck makes good plays, but there are times where he tries to get his receivers killed. There are times where he gets quite lucky. And I just feel like, I don't know. He's everybody's baby, but I don't know.
This sounds like an NFC or an AFC South fans' point of view.
Probably. But I've seen a lot of games. That's the thing, is I've watched a lot of Colts games. And yes, he makes amazing throws. He can make amazing throws. There are times that the ball would not be complete if he didn't have some things fall his way. And there are times where he does have the second highest turnover rate in the NFL, that sort of thing too.
Well, he's kind of like Romo early on, where they put everything on him on that offense.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know.
If you could give Andrew Luck a power running game, who's not Trent Richardson, like they had at Stanford, he would be that much better. Don't you think?
Probably. He would probably be a lot better if he had a running game.
Adrian Peterson with Andrew Luck.
Oh
my God. Oh my goodness.
That
would just warm the cockles of a Houston Texans heart.
I can't say. I can't say the violent things I want to say.
All right, so let's run through your list, or at least the top of it. Who would you trust most in the playoffs?
Oh, gosh. Probably Tom Brady.
Thomas, Jerome, Brady. Handsome man.
Whatever.
He just gets it done.
He does just get it done. And then Flacco, too, in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's so weird. Now, would you rather be a phenomenal regular season quarterback like Peyton Manning, or just have this knack of getting hot if your team gets to the playoffs like Joe Flacco? Because the Ravens barely made it in.
Well, and they were in a very tough division. I mean, all those teams at one point or another could have been in the playoffs. So, and they did have 3 teams that went to the playoffs. Mm-hmm. So, but you're really looking at, do you want the records or do you want the Lombardi? And I'm going to go with the Lombardi every time.
Poor Peyton.
Just
going to have to rest on his laurels and all of his millions of advertising dollars and chicken parms because they taste so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. All right, let's get to some games. Divisional round weekend is my favorite NFL weekend in the entire season. I don't know if you feel the same way, but you get 4 games over the 2 days, the top 4 seeds from the regular seasons, and 4 teams that have already won a playoff game. It's gorgeous. Oh, divisional round. Did you know that Peyton Manning used to play for the Colts?
No, really?
I don't know if you know that.
Never heard it before.
All right, but let's run through these games real quick and get some picks in as well. The first one on NBC is the 6 seed Ravens going up to number 1 seeded New England up at Foxborough. Ravens somehow come in as 7-point dogs, but who you got?
I have the Ravens. I think
really?
they're in the Patriots' head.
Now, the Ravens, Suggs and Ray Lewis, Ed Reed way back in the day, always seem to have success against New England. I know they won a couple playoff games up there, but I think New England, they're starting to get back to the old ways, how they won all those Super Bowls with a better defense, and they're bringing that forward. It's going to be a hell of a game. I'm really excited for it, but Flacco and Brady, the 2 quarterbacks you trust most, I think Brady does get it done, and I think they get it done on the ground. I think that one of the Patriots running backs is going to have a breakout game. I don't know if it's going to be Bolden or if it's going to be who, but someone's going to bust out. And your Bay. But it's going to be a close game. I'll take the Ravens and the points either way. Second game on Saturday night is the 4-seeded Panthers, 11-point dogs going up to number 1 seeded Seattle. How do you pronounce this? The Seahawks?
Seahawks?
Yeah, something like that. What do you think happens in the seemingly one-sided affair, Claire?
I don't see the Panthers' offense being able to overcome Seattle's defense. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think Carolina's magic carpet ride finally runs out. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I do think it'll
Mm-hmm.
be a low-scoring, kind of ugly game, but I wouldn't be surprised if Beast Quick 3 goes off. Russell Wilson is going to obviously have a very solid within himself game, and I think Seattle gets it done. And moving on to the NFC title game at home, which is going to be tough for whoever wins, Cowboys and Packers, which is the first game on Sunday. And it's kind of nice that they put it in the afternoon because it's supposed to be about negative 21 degrees in Green Bay that day. Ice Bowl rematch, baby, as the number 3 Cowboys 6-point dogs go into Green Bay, the number 2 seed, with or without Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. This is going to be interesting to watch. I'm going to watch this game. I don't know about you.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a great game. It's going to be fun. It's going to be compelling. I think that Aaron Rodgers makes a huge difference, of course, but I think they're still able to get it done at home versus the Cowboys. I don't know, I just feel like their team is it's scary to say this because Green Bay's defense can be so questionable at times. I just feel like their team is more well-rounded than the Cowboys, and I know that's crazy to say because of the Cowboys' running game, but their offensive line, Cowboys' offensive line showed a lot of weaknesses last week, and I don't know. I just feel like Green Bay at home in the frozen tundra, in the postseason where they're comfortable being, I think they get it done against the Cowboys.
Yeah, Detroit got after the Dallas offensive line last week, except I think that's more of a function of Sue and Terrell Lawson being a great defensive coordinator. I really think the Cowboys are going to run roughshod on the Packers. DeMarco Murray is going to put up about 200 yards rushing. Aaron Rodgers might be ineffective, hampered by that calf, and I think Tony Romo, DeMarco Murray, Jason Garrett, and more importantly, Jerry Jones and Chris Christie get a W at Lambeau. And the round at Seattle, where they won earlier in the season, baby.
All right. Fair enough. Let's do it. Let's do it.
And the last game on Sunday, the 3-seeded Colts 7-point dogs going up to the 2-seeded Broncos. And we mentioned this earlier, but Peyton Manning, he used to play for the Colts.
Maybe once he did, I think, right?
Yeah, wah. But in this game, I'll just put it out there. I'm calling it. Just like I called the Cowboys beating the Packers, the Colts will beat the Broncos.
Okay.
And Peyton Manning is going to watch the AFC Championship game from home. That was a little wordy, but you got the gist.
I got the gist. It was actually quite cute. My hope for all this, and it contradicts what I think is going to happen, is that the Colts go into New England and Tom Brady rips out Andrew Luck's heart on TV for everyone to see next week. But I do think that the team around Peyton Manning can help them overcome what Peyton seems to have lost at home in the playoffs. They're probably seeing it's getting to the end for Peyton. That's their guy. Whereas the Colts simply have Andrew Luck and some receivers.
Yeah, the Broncos defense is way better than the Super Bowl team last year. Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware are ridiculous. But I think the Colts defense is going to make a concerted effort to shut down the Broncos running game, the newfound running game, almost a necessity running game. C.J. Anderson, Ronnie Hillman's coming back. And I think they're going to force Peyton to throw. And I'm not sure if Bronco fans want that right now.
Right.
Because ain't nobody got time for that.
No, and their running game, I mean, C.J. Anderson is definitely a qualified back who can carry a lot of the load. And, yeah.
All right, so who you got for the win, though?
Oh, I had the Broncos winning.
All right, so you had the Ravens winning earlier. Is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, so your AFC title game is Ravens at Broncos and then Packers at Seahawks in the NFC. For me, I have Colts at Patriots, obviously. And then how about them Cowboys going up Seattle and getting the win?
Oh. Okay. Well, I can't wait to see how this works out next week.
Yeah, whatever combination, I'd watch that.
Oh yeah, I'll watch any of them. I mean, the teams that made it in are all fun to watch, and they're well matched against each other, and the games are going to be pretty awesome.
Except for the Panthers.
Okay, except for the Panthers.
That being said, the Panthers are going to whoop some ass and win the Super Bowl just to troll the entire NFL. And it'd be a great day.
Well, I hope you get your America's game wish.
Absolutely. But, hey, we're pressed on time. We need to get out of here. Plus, we're stuffy. We need to get some green tea, some emergency, some lozenges, and all that other good stuff. She's Claire at the ClaireBird23. I'm Andy Carlson at Andy Carlson Show. Say goodnight, Claire.
Good night, Claire.
All right, we out of here. Go watch some football. Go watch some basketball. Yay.
The music was created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, check out soundcloud.com/Deeb.
In my opinion, that sucked.